loves, welcome. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Gemini. Someone raising Venus. Keep in mind it will not resonate with everyone, so take what resonates to your story and leave what doesn't. Don't force this so that you don't become confused. If you are interested in a personal reading, send me a text message 971-354-9504. Send me an email HealersHeartTarot@gmail.com. What up, my loves? How are you? Alright, Gemini, let's see what's up with you. Messages for Gemini. Someone raising Venus. Oh, some of you might be feeling a lot of tension, like in your neck and in your back. Some of you need to go, like, get a massage. Start pampering yourself. If you work all the time and don't get anything for yourself, your body is going to stop you from going to work. You will not go. And your body will stop you from being motivated to go. You need to do something that brings you passion with the money that you make. Even if it's just a little tiny bit. It has to make you or bring you some type of joy. Otherwise, you won't do it. The animal in us is very stubborn. And it will not get up unless we get a treat. And Gemini, you are more stubborn than anyone else. Like, I mean, you're right there. I feel like, so, to me, Geminis, you guys, to me, are like the, so, like, Aries are more like the newborns. And then, like, Taurians are like the baby phase. Like, one's like the, I feel like Victorians are more like the baby phase, and then I feel like you guys are more like the child, like the kid. And then, like, yeah, it just keeps going. You have like this energy of, I'm gonna do what I want. Like, I'm not gonna follow anybody's rules but my own, and I don't need to listen to you. I know better. You know, the Gemini energy. Every single Gemini child has. Some of you might have a Gemini child. Yourselves, I think you're going through what you put your parents through. All right, Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse. You might be struggling with that stubbornness because it might be keeping you stuck in something a little bit more confused than usual, because usually you like to move on. One of the reasons why we remember being so happy is because when we were little, we weren't always thinking about the future. We weren't always thinking about, oh, what could happen, what could happen, what could happen. That's the part of life that keeps us miserable. And if you go back to an energy of staying in the moment and being excited for whatever life, because that's what a kid does. A kid is excited for whatever, unless a child is used to having to worry so much. Like if you were a child that had to have a lot of responsibilities, or like you were the oldest that had to make sure your siblings ate, or you had to have some type of responsibility. Like it just, there's an energy of what is this? Some of you might be struggling with someone that struggles to give to you, and because of that, so like, because there's this energy of you kind of bringing into the future what you've struggled with and what you're used to. Because what I was picking up is a child that maybe, like, you had to always be ready. You did have a lot of anxiety. You didn't have the ability to just be comfortable. That's why as I was explaining it, my mind literally just drifted away, because you don't know, for whoever I'm reading for, you don't know what that feels like. You don't know what it feels like to just be calm and just be a kid. That was not your story. You always had to do something and worry about something, work on something, and struggle with something, and that always made you afraid of not. It's just, it made a lot of things happen, and I feel like it brought it into your future, and now you attracted someone that maybe makes you worry the same way. Maybe makes you always or constantly wonder what's going to happen next with this person. What are they going to choose? What are they going to want? What are they going to this? And when you're in that energy of what are they going to want, anything, it keeps us stuck. Like that energy keeps us stuck, because we can't make decisions of our own. And that's kind of what it feels like. You never, as a child, in order for a child to learn how to be an adult, they have to make decisions on their own. It's trial and error. You try something, you realize it doesn't necessarily work for you, and then you try something else, and then you change it up until you get it right. Right? And I feel like for you didn't have a chance to mess up. You had to do what was predictable and what was the safest, because everything else around you was very chaotic. And so I feel like you got used to living life that way. And the universe is trying to say, like, hey, we don't want you stuck in that energy. Like, we want you to move away from that. And I mean, it's hard. Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse with the Seven of Cups. You know what you need. Like, you know the type of person you want. You know what you desire now. And you know that because you started finally. Remember how in the beginning of the reading I was like, you need to go get a massage. You need to pamper yourself because you're not going to want to do anything. And that's because you haven't been giving anything to yourself. But the moment that you start to give to yourself, you're going to start to realize, oh, I want someone that does these things, or helps me, or notices these things about me, and notices that I like these things, and then cares enough to want to, do the same thing I do for them, which is make their life easier. Because that's just what you do, Gemini. Every single time you find a new partner, there's this part of you that tries to not necessarily change their life, but there is this energy of what can we fix so that we can prevent as many falls as we can, so that we don't, you try to remember all the triggers, all of this. It's almost like you're walking on a, what is it called when there's like a bunch of bombs on the floor, and like you're trying to walk through them, but like you're trying to remember where to step, because the bombs can go off at any minute, and you're connecting with someone that's also very unpredictable. The King of Pentacles in reverse is not someone that's predictable. It's someone that's not stable at all. They're not great with money. They're not great with thinking straight. They live a lot out of their selfish needs. Like a King of Pentacles in reverse is someone that uses people to get what they want. It's not someone that, I'm not saying that they don't care about people, but they struggle to care about other people more than they care about themselves. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Okay. Well, okay. I'll give them credit. I feel like they've tried. They've tried to change. This King of Pentacles just doesn't know what they don't know what happiness looks like, or what it, right now the best thing that they can do is pray for it and hope for it and ask the universe to bring it. But because their reality again is something that they're not, because maybe the both of you have had very similar childhoods, or very or very similar past, because if you're not abused in childhood, then a lot of the times you grow up and you get abused in your relationships. It feels like with the star is wishing, it's believing, it's having faith that something is going to change. But the thing is, that's all this person has right now. It's like as much as they want to give, maybe you're dealing with someone that struggles to give to you, but it's only because they don't know how. They don't, like, somebody can wanna, I don't know, make you a, I don't know, I'll just give you an example. Somebody can maybe want to give you or make you a crystal. Unless they actually have the ability to do that, they're not going to be able to. Like, I'm not talking about going and buying. I'm talking about if somebody actually wanted to make one for you. Like, how can I make it? What do I need to do to put it together? That's how this person feels. It's kind of like, I can draw the blueprint to the house, but that doesn't mean that, it's going to be built. You know what I mean? That doesn't, you need tools, you need wood, you need things, you need material to be able to build the house. You can draw it out, you can wish it off, you can all that other stuff, but all of that energy, it matters. And I feel like this person has has never in their life had a moment to wish for good things. They've always had to always just stick to the safest plan or the best thing because they didn't know any different and everything else around them was just too chaotic to handle. So it's changing now. Knight of Cups in reverse with the Empress. I feel like it's a divine connection. I feel like the Empress is you because the High Priestess was at the top of the deck. And I think that the High Priestess is your card. With the Knight of Cups in reverse, though, somebody keeps taking back their offer or keeps acting like they don't want to give it to you. And that's off of their King of Pentacles energy. But I can tell that this person really wants to be an Emperor. Six of Pentacles with the Emperor. This is what they really want to do for you. They don't want to just take away from you, but this person doesn't know how to wish for or give to you what you want. They can just draw the house. They don't know how to build it for you. So they don't want to promise you that because they know that with you, that promise, you're going to hold them to that. And if they can't keep with that, they feel like you're going to end up letting them go because they're not the Emperor yet. This isn't who they are just yet. They're still becoming. That's the problem. This person is too, focused on trying to be that he's not allowing himself to just be. And in order for us to change, we have to agree and admit to who we are in the moment and not pretend and not want to be anything else, just ourselves. Tell me about the Emperor. Nine of Swords in reverse. I feel like they're working on their anxiety. It's their anxiety that stops them from being able to give to you the way that they truly want to give to you. Because they feel like I don't have it to give. This person has a lot of curiosity of what happiness looks like and what life looks like. But they're not, or they don't feel soft enough to be able to produce it. It's such a sad energy. It's like someone... I mean, it's understandable, though. It's like language, right? If you only knew one specific language and I dropped you off somewhere else, you're not just going to understand it. It's going to take you some time to get it and learn the language. And it might take you years. And that's kind of how we are every single time we get to know somebody new. We are in a brand new territory, brand new everything. And we have to treat it as if it's new. We can't go to different places. Like, you can't travel to certain places and act like you're still in your hometown. That's not the way that it is. You have to adjust to, you have to adjust to your surroundings. And the culture and all that other stuff. Like, we can't just, I'm here, so I'm going to act the way that I want to act. And you should act the way I want you to act. That's not the way that works. I feel with the Ace of Pentacles energy and the Page of Wands with the Queen of Cups, this is someone, they're going to make an offer to you, but it is in the beginning going to be a small offer. It's going to be an offer, it's a soft one. I don't know why I keep getting that. They want to treat you with softness. Maybe this person is so used to being rough and a screamer, or maybe I don't want to say, if they're physically abusive, don't go back to them. It's not worth it. It doesn't even matter if this person promises to change. It doesn't matter. Until, even if, I'm not even going to say you should accept it. Ever. I'm not saying people don't change at all. I'm just saying if they want to change, they have the opportunity to create that with someone else. They don't need to create it. They don't need to create that with you. So that's something different. Physical and emotional or all the other type of abuse shouldn't be accepted, especially because even taking them back gives them another ego boost to believe that that's okay. People that really recover from that, a lot of the times they recover from it they have to recover from it with somebody new, because the person that experienced that with them is very, the trauma is already there. You can't undo the scar. If I stab you, I can't undo that. That is just, you're going to have a scar for the rest of your life. And that's exactly what it feels like when somebody emotionally abuses you or physically abuses you. And I'm not saying that it doesn't heal. The scar is going to heal. But every time you look at the scar, you're going to remember where that came from. And I'm not telling you not to trust them or heal them or anything like that. But the body is an emotional, like, we have to work around what our body also needs and to keep it calm in ourselves, because if the person really hasn't changed, we're going to be able to feel it, and your body's going to feel fear every time it gets close to them. It doesn't matter if they changed or not. Every time they raise that arm, whatever arm they did that with, it's going to ring an alarm. And because that's your survival instincts. It doesn't matter if your heart wants to forgive. It doesn't matter if you want to forget what happened. Your soul remembers. And your emotional response is always off of your personal memory. That's the whole reason why we remember anything, is so that we can keep ourselves safe from things. So we can remember, oh shit, that hurts. I don't want to do that. That's why when we are in relationships with someone that hurts us over and over and over again, we are like, why is my mind so like torturing me? It's because it's telling you to leave, because it doesn't feel safe. It's not happy there. So if that was your case, even if this person wants to change, wish them the best and hope that they can. Oh my God, the song that's on. Okay. Don't listen to this one. The song that's on right now, it's a little different. It's like, I hope you fall and you break your heart like you broke mine. That contradicts my message. Like, don't do that. But like, more, let this person, if that's what they did, let them heal and separate yourself from them so you can also heal. Right? All right. I love you so much, Gemini. And I hope that yours is the story of someone that didn't abuse you physically or emotionally and just like sees, the error of their ways and wants to come back and make things different and make a different type of a different type of attempt, because I feel like that's what it is. They had to change a lot of who they were in order for them to like even become a little tiny bit of what they desire to be. Because I feel like this person is someone that's very disappointed in themselves for not being able to keep a promise. But they're trying. They're going to try. The 8 of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Cups in reverse. It's just the way that you guys have already tried it. And sometimes it needs to be broken down and rebuilt all over. And that's what you guys are doing. Again, but I am not talking to anyone that has been abused in any way. All right, my love, that's not for you. All right, I love you guys. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. Bye, my loves.